Favorite spread or money line on the DK Sportsbook? Let's poke over there. Kenny, start us off.
Yeah, I'm going with the Mavericks +5 here. It opened up at +6. I like the money line as well at +160. You know, the biggest thing for me is when you look, and I wrote this down here, so I'm going to look at a post-it note, but look, the Jazz, they're on a 9-game winning streak. That's great, right? They played the Grizzlies 3 times. When you look at the record of the teams that they played, okay, there's 6 teams. 5 of them were 97 and 147. Do you know what that winning percentage is, Emerson?
What?
It's 39.7%. That's very bad, okay? Then they did beat the Nets by like 40 points, but that was the Nets without Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant, or James Harden. Alize Johnson was their leading scorer in that game. Like, garbage team, right? They haven't beaten anybody good. Now, I'm not saying the Utah Jazz aren't good. I love the Utah Jazz this year. The title aspirations are very real. But, like, let's slow our roll here after this 9-game winning streak. I think that they're going to be in for a little bit of a shock with how good the Mavericks are right now. Top 5 in offensive and defensive efficiency over the past 10 games. The only thing that's going to stop them here is they really haven't been very good at home. But, perhaps today, I mean, they keep it close. I certainly think that they can. And the other thing, the bench is very good for Dallas. It's been very good. Jalen Brunson's been a driving force behind what they've been able to do in the second unit. He should be more than capable of holding Jordan Clarkson in check on this Utah second unit. And I think it's a pretty close game.
Ben Zweiman, what about you, dude?
I don't know what that message was, but anyway,
I'm just laughing, man. I'm having a good time, you know?
I'm looking at the Knicks-Nets game. Like I said, James Harden is questionable. Right now, the line is 5.5. So I think if you can get the Nets at 5.5, it's not bad. They were down at like 4.5, even 4 points beforehand. So this line has moved a lot. You're seeing a lot of line movement, and it's still really early in the day. So, again, it's sort of one of those spots where we can get the Nets at a pretty good number at home against a team that's kind of banged up in the Knicks. I know they usually play close games, but I think if James Harden ends up playing in this game, the Nets coming off a loss especially, they lost yesterday afternoon to the Bulls. The last time the Nets have lost 2 games in a row was back in like early February. And, this is the same team that's been dealing with all these injuries to Kevin Durant, to Harden. Kyrie Irving goes off the grid. So really, the Nets don't really, falter with injuries. So I think if James Harden comes back, big spot against the Knicks, I think they'll take care of business. So I like them at -5.5. The Timberwolves I'll throw out as a bonus at +4.5 too. I kind of like them against the Kings. The Kings aren't very good, and the T-Wolves.
Hate the Kings.
T-Wolves have actually been playing somewhat good, and like Kenny mentioned, Anthony Edwards has been playing well. I like Cat, so Timberwolves at home getting some points. I kind of like that spot too.